California.
Modesto. Considered with Beach International. I currently hold the rank of triple diamond in our compensation plan. And it's my privilege to welcome you this evening to our Thursday night executive overview of Beach International income opportunity. This evening, we're going to spend a few minutes discussing the three essential ingredients that you would look for in a company when developing a home-based business. We're going to give you an opportunity to hear from a few of our distributors that have been working with it, in some cases only a few weeks to a couple of years, so you can hear what they've been doing to launch their Zija business and be, in many cases, replacing full-time income on a part-time basis. This evening's information is really for those of you that have been invited as a guest here, perhaps a friend or a family member, maybe a coworker, has been sharing with you some information about our company, our products, the opportunities available, and so a very special welcome to those of you that are invited guests. Right away, let me start out by talking about the three essential ingredients that one would look for to establish a successful home-based business in our industry. And actually, these were the three criteria that I personally used to evaluate, probably close to 100 different companies a few years ago, looking for that one company that I could build not only a solid business with, but a true long-term residual income. The three ingredients you look for, number one, and first and foremost, would be experienced corporate leadership. Certainly, if you're going to align yourself with a company, you want to know that the people running that company have the experience, they have the tenure, they have the ability to create long-term opportunity. Secondly, we're going to talk about the products. Now, a lot of people really aren't familiar with the kinds of products that lend themselves well to our type of business, and we'll talk about those specific things as well. And then thirdly, we're going to talk about timing. I believe timing is probably important in every aspect of our life, but certainly extremely important in terms of developing a home-based business. And so let's start with that first criteria that you look for, experienced corporate leadership. I will start out by saying that Zija International has, without question, the greatest amount of experience of any company in the entire industry of network marketing. Now, that's a pretty bold statement, but you'll understand why I'm saying that in just a moment. The founder and owner of Zija International is a gentleman by the name of Ken Brailsford. Now, you may not recognize Ken's name, but when I was first introduced to Zija almost 6 years ago, that was the main reason I was interested in looking at this company, because I knew of Ken Brailsford from having been in this industry for a number of years. Ken Brailsford is an icon in both the nutritional and direct marketing industry. Ken was part of the co-founders of a company by the name of Nature Sunshine back in the 70s. That company has grown now 40 years in business, become one of the legacy companies, a billion-dollar company within the industry of network marketing. Ken went on in the 80s become the founder of Enrich International. Some of you will recognize that company's name. Enrich International, now in business almost 30 years, has become another one of the legacy companies, billion-dollar companies in our industry. And what's important to understand is the industry of network marketing has been around for over 60 years, especially if you go all the way back to the early foundational years of Vitalite and Amway and White Magic. It's an industry that's been around successful for over 6 decades, and in that period of time, there have been literally tens of thousands of companies that have come and gone. Yet, that period of time, only 24 companies have stood the test of time. We call them legacy companies, companies that have been in business for 20 years or longer. They've done over $1 billion in sales. They continue to grow every year. Only 24 companies have hit that mark, and Ken Brailsford, the owner of Zija International, is the only man in history that has built of those 24 companies. So you'll understand why I say arguably we have the greatest amount of corporate experience. Tim Brailsford is a smart businessman and surrounded himself with some of the finest talent in the network marketing industry. Our corporate team now comprises a number of individuals whose combined experience in our industry equals over 200 years. So the first criteria that you look for to join a successful company is going to be the experience of the corporate team to lead that company in the future. And again, arguably, we have the greatest amount of experience with Zeech International. Now, secondly, of course, is the product. Products are the key to success in our business. Now, I've had people say, Fred, wouldn't you think that the products would be the most important thing, not the corporate leadership? Well, you might think that's the case. However, over the years, I've seen a number of companies with good products, and in some cases, I've seen a few companies with exceptionally good products, and they're not around anymore. See, it takes more than just a good product to create a long-term successful business. But it goes without saying, products are foundational to success. Now, let's talk about the kinds of characteristics that we look for in products that work well in our industry. First and foremost, look for a product that's first to market. You want to have a unique product, something that is new in the marketplace. Being first to market has always been the category creators, the most successful company. Secondly, look for a product that's highly consumable. Preferably something that's consumed on a daily basis, reordered on a monthly basis. That consumption is what continues to create ongoing flow of volume, which then creates long-term residual income. But the most important ingredient is the product really has to work. And we got to have something that people use on a daily basis that affects their life, and they want to continue to use it because that long-term customer ultimately represents long-term residual income. Well, we're very fortunate that just a few years ago, Tim Brailsford, he'd been in retirement after selling his second company. He certainly wasn't looking for an opportunity to come out of retirement, but he was given a videotape copy of an hour-long documentary that aired on the Discovery Channel in 2002. Now, this documentary was introducing us to a tree, a botanical by the name of Moringa oleifera. And when Ken saw this video, he started to recognize some very important ingredients that he saw as a successful businessman. This was a plant that was being recognized as the most nutrient-rich botanical that had ever been studied by mankind. As a matter of fact, that documentary from the Discovery Channel, they were sharing with us that a very small quantity of the powdered leaf of this tree was being used in some of the most poverty and drought-stricken countries around the world to literally reverse childhood starvation in as little as 2 weeks. What was amazing, not only was it doing this much more quickly and efficiently than some of the finest medications and nutritional products known to the Western world, but doing it much less expensively. Now, since the original airing of that documentary, we've had truly overwhelming third-party validation of the power of this tree. Today, there's over 200 worldwide humanitarian organizations that endorse using the Moringa oleifera tree for nutritional purposes. Countless numbers of universities and medical schools have studied this botanical. The number of governmental agencies, the National Institutes of Health, they reported in their 2008 newsletter that this was the most nutrient-dense profile of any botanical they'd ever studied, and that's over 5,000 botanicals the NIH has studied. They even went on so far as to report that the Moringa oleifera tree have been used in traditional medicines for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years, to literally treat or reverse over 300 diseases and ailments. Now, it's important to understand that the information I'm sharing with you, these are all third-party people. At Zeech International, we don't say that our product is designed to treat or cure anything. We're not doctors, although we've had a number of people from the medical field become Zeech distributors because of the power of the botanical. But, we don't diagnose, treat, cure, prescribe. That's not what we do. We simply provide for our products the nutrition available in the world today, and frankly, it's nutrition that isn't available in the food chain anymore. Well, we launched our company a short 7 years ago with our original product, which was our moringa drink. It was the ability to take the moringa oleifera tree and all of the nutrients available in it and deliver it to the Western world in a great tasting, easy to consume daily beverage. And once we launched our company, we started to see, in many cases, truly miraculous benefits from the good nutrition from the moringa oleifera tree. Today, we've expanded into 3 separate product divisions. We've got our liquid nutritionals that we've recently expanded with our new and improved Super Mix. We have a healthy sports energy drink. We've expanded into our weight management system. We now have a line of all natural organic products that help people bring their body into balance. And because of the overwhelming epidemic of obesity in the Western world, it's been a tremendous boon to our company. We've had people that have used our weight management systems to lose 5 and 10 and 20 pounds of excess weight. We've had others go on to lose 100 pounds. In many cases, we have people now that have lost over 200 pounds. And what's exciting, they're doing it in a healthy format. No drugs, no surgery, no pills. And they don't have to worry about dieting and exercise. That naturally comes when people get healthy. But this is something that everybody can do. Our third product line is our personal care line. We have a line of salon quality skincare products. And frankly, the technology in our skincare line isn't even going to be available in the open marketplace for several years. We're first to market with the most nutrient-rich botanical in a variety of ways. Now, when you have a product that meets genuine needs in the marketplace, that's what creates opportunity. And I want to talk about the third ingredient, timing. And I'm going to do that in just a moment, but what I want to do is I want to go into the field. We were very fortunate. I was able to have Lois Smith join us on the line. Lois is one of our newest distributors. And Lois, I'm so impressed with how serious you've taken the income opportunity with Beach International. You've really been able to launch your business, get off to a fast start. Take a moment, join us on the line, and share with the folks a little bit about your background, why you decided to get involved in Zija, and what you've been doing to launch your business so quickly.
Thanks, Fred, for letting me share. I'm a homeschool mother of 7. We own our own business, and we raise most of our own food. And my friend and upline, Susie Crows, invited me to one of these big events where I was able to hear Les Bianchi, formulator talk, and I was so on his page that I signed up as a Builder 1. And I did that because they gave me enough product to sample out, and I followed the simple, duplicatable plan, and in 6 weeks, I made all my initial product costs back, and I transitioned into a paycheck. I also earned my auto-ship, which for me is 2 free cases a month, and I've done that for 2 months. And this product has given me back my vitality. And it's such a great product, all I have to do is share it, and it sells itself. And I want to tell everybody that I would share this product even if I didn't get paid for it. And I think how rewarding is it to get paid to do something you love. Back to you, Fred.
Lois, listen, I am so excited for you. The fact that you've become passionate about the product and it's fit into your lifestyle, and certainly busy with the 7 children, yet you're able to build a part-time business from home, and that's really the key. And thank you so much, Lois, for joining us on the call and sharing your story. And ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing from one of our newest distributors. The fact is that people get involved with our company for a number of reasons. In some cases, they've gotten great product results. Maybe they've been able to lose some weight, and it's just natural people want to hear about what they're doing. For other people, it starts with an opportunity to create income. In today's economic climate, there's very few people out there that wouldn't want additional cash flow, more money every month if they could. And what we offer is a way to do that without disturbing your lifestyle, without having to create a part-time job, but rather develop a part-time business. Now, let's go to that third topic I mentioned. We talked about the importance of experienced corporate leadership. We talked about the importance of the right kinds of products that lend themselves to long-term successful businesses in our industry. The third ingredient is timing. And here I want to share a little information with you. Because, I've been fortunate to be involved in this industry for many years. And over the years, I've been able to develop a plan, or if you will, a focus, where you can tell which companies are going to be successful and which companies will provide success to their distributors. And those three ingredients are key. Timing is a very important part of that three-step process. Now, in our industry, one of the realities, and I shared this with you earlier, is that most companies are not in it for the long run. Again, somewhat less than 24 companies have stood the test of time in over the last 60 years. And so many people think that the right time to start with a company is when it starts, right in the very beginning. But you're already recognizing you got better odds in Vegas than starting with a brand new startup company, because most of them don't stick around but for a year or two or three. Now, conversely, you could join one of the 24 legacy companies. Now, you're guaranteed, because it's a mature company, it stood the test of time, you're guaranteed that you're going to have a solid business that you can build that's going to be around for another 20, 30 years. Here's the problem. They're mature companies, and the chance to be in at the beginning of the massive growth curve is typically come and gone by many, many years. The right time to join a company in our type of business is typically somewhere between a company's first $100 and $200 million year. Over the years, I've analyzed all the companies and the few that have been able to make that long-term transition into a legacy company. When you find a company that has achieved its first $100 to $200 million year, what you have is the best of both worlds. You have a company that's been around long enough. They've been able to develop some stability. They've been able to develop some infrastructure. They've got resources to put back into the business to enhance the abilities of distributors to get off to a fast start. Yet you still have the advantage of being in before the masses. And see, that's really key. A rising tide raises all ships. You want to be part of that beginning of the rising tide. And see, that's where ZJ International is today. We've just completed our first $100 million year. What's most exciting is that we're starting to see the early stages of what we call the momentum stage, or what we would more commonly refer to as the explosive growth stage. We are literally poised today to double the company's sales in the next 12 months. What's taken ZJ International almost 7 years to build, we're going to double that in the next 12 months. And that's probably the most significant statement I can make to you about the timing. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go up to New York. We've got Tracy Simonton with us, and Tracy's been with us a little bit longer. She has demonstrated how to build a successful business, and by and large, the way to create true long-term residual income is through leverage, by having others join you and build an organization. And Tracy, very excited to hear what's been going on in your business. It was great talking with you a little bit earlier today. Take a minute, share with the folks a little bit about your background, what you did to get off to a fast start, and what's happening in your business today.
Thanks, Fred, and I appreciate you having me on the call tonight. I'm a registered dietitian in private practice, and I see a wide range of clients, which include infants, children, and adults, all with significant health challenges. It's because of these types of clients whose lack of good nutrition has played a large part in their poor state of health that I saw the tremendous nutritional value of ZJ the moment I heard about it. I was introduced to the product at a conference I attended. Russ Bianchi was the presenter, and I followed him to actually ask him a couple more questions and found myself at the ZJ booth. It was here I first learned about moringa oleifera and ZJ, and after hearing about the attributes of this plant and product, I knew I had to have it, not only for just me, but for my family, friends, and of course my clients. But I was also introduced to the business opportunity, of which I was so excited about and saw the benefits of right away. And Fred, even though I didn't have any prior experience in this industry, I came on with a build or two, and by following the simple, duplicatable system that I was taught, I was able to recoup all of my initial product investment in 90 days. Over the next 6 months, I was able to move into profitability, And then over the next year, I have been able to replace my prior income, now working on a part-time basis. But I am so excited to see where the next 6 months are going to go. And I'm so thankful to be part of Zija and this amazing industry, which has opened up so many opportunities for both myself and my family. But I want to thank you again for having me on the call. Back to you.
Tracy, thank you, and congratulations on what's happening to your business. And ladies and gentlemen, Tracy's story is not unusual. It's becoming commonplace now that we're moving into that momentum stage. We're having people with literally no background in our industry, and as in Tracy's case, within a year creating a replacement income on a part-time basis. And probably what's the best thing of all is it's fun. You know, I had people ask me, so what do? Well, I help people improve their health, and I help people improve their wealth, and what couldn't be fun about that? And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do a couple of things right now. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that our two guest speakers have shared and how they got started. To become a distributor with Zija International, the only requirement is a $39 application fee. And that allows you to become an independent distributor. You have the privilege of ordering the products directly from Zija International at wholesale. You can actually enroll your own personal customers, develop your own distribution team. Now, one of the things you kept hearing from our two first speakers is that they started with one of our builder systems, and they followed a simple, duplicatable system to create results. See, that's the magic of Zija. We've been around long enough. We've learned how to create success in our industry, in our company. And one of the foundational parts of our duplicatable system is our sampling process. We've learned that one of the most efficient ways to either develop a customer or to develop a new team member, a new distributor, is to let them try the product. Let the product do the heavy lifting. And so most of our distributors will start by purchasing some product, not only for their own personal use, of course, but to be able to sample out to others. And we have three basic entry points to our business. We have a personal system. Now, a personal system is a $330 order, and it gives you a collection of several of our products for you to personally use. It allows you to have some extra product to sample out to others, to start building a business with. And one of the big advantages of the personal system is the company waives the $39 application fee. So actually, you get leverage with that, literally over 10% discount. Now, the two additional entry points are called builder systems. And the reason they're called builder systems is they're designed for people that want to create a replacement level of income. Our Builder 1 system, really, it's two personal systems combined. So the cost is $660, but the business system, they come with additional advantages. Because the focus is for business building, the company gives two distinct advantages. Our two builder systems will come with additional product, 50% more product, and it comes packaged already in sample packets. That way it makes it easier for you to launch your business, sample out to a lot of people right away. The second advantage with our builder systems is that you can actually earn 50% more income for a period of time. Builder 1, that package, $660, you will earn an additional 50% increase in your team commissions for a period of 3 months. If you choose to get the Builder 2 like Tracy did, you actually extend that to a period of 6 months. So you're making 50% more income, and frankly, at the time, it's the most important year of Zija business in the very beginning. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go over to Indiana. We've got Carrie Geary with us, and some of you may be familiar with Carrie's name. She is now an Emerald level distributor in our compensation plan. She has been able to build from home a part-time business that has surpassed her full-time income. She's now become a full-time Zija distributor. She's in qualification for our profit-sharing program because of her rank of Emerald. Carrie, it's just been really, really heartwarming to see the growth, not only of you personally, but your organization over the last couple of years that we've been working together. Take a moment and share with us a little bit about, your background, why you decided to get involved in Zija, and share with the folks what's happened now that you've been able to put a little time into building a large business.
Thank you, Fred, for having me on the call. I'm so grateful that Zija found me. I'm a floral designer by trade, and I had my own floral business, and a client of mine introduced me to the product and the opportunity, and right away I saw the vision of the company and what the products were doing for people. So I got started right away with a Builder 2 system, and I actually borrowed my mom's credit card, to be honest, but I was able to pay her back in 30 days. And by sharing this with friends, family, clients, I was able to replace my income of running my floral business 70 hours a week. I was able to replace that income in about 12 months with Zija part-time. And it's just such a blessing because I've been able to lose over 60 pounds on the products and keep that weight off without diet or exercise. And my psoriasis is so much better, 95% better than it's ever been. So I'm grateful for the products, but the business opportunity has truly changed my life. My husband, he's able to actually take a pay cut and get a different job that he likes to do. And I was actually able to sell my floral business about a year ago, and I can work part-time in the industry because I love it, not because I have to. So I've had the luxury of driving a beautiful new car. I've never owned a new car in my life, so to have a brand new Mercedes is definitely something I never even dreamed of. And to be able to go on vacations that I never dreamed of before, it's truly a blessing, and I'm having so much fun getting to meet people from all over the United States, but all over the world too. And it's so much fun to be able to see my teammates get to meet their goals, get healthier, and make some additional income at the same time. So I'm having fun, Fred, and I can't wait to see what the future holds with Zija. So thank you so much, and back to you.
Thank you, Carrie, and again, congratulations on the success you've had in your business, and congratulations on the leadership you're bringing to the field to support your team. And ladies and gentlemen, certainly not everybody's goal in our type of business is to create, significant levels of income. Frankly, the backbone of our industry is people that are looking for something as simple as an extra $100 a week, maybe $400 or $500 or $600 a month. For the average family, having an extra $5,000 or $10,000 a year would be a godsend, and that's what a lot of people look at. For many people, it has gone on to become a full-time income, and for many others, it's gone on to become a life-changing level of income. You've heard a number of things that the company is doing today that we weren't able to do even a few short years ago. We have a luxury automobile program, our Team Benz program. Carrie qualified for that in a relatively short period of time. That's a program that even our part-time people can literally go out and get a new Mercedes-Benz and have the company pick up the monthly payment for just doing what we do, sharing our products with people, sharing our opportunity with people. We have in place a system where all of our distributors can earn luxury cruises. I've had the opportunity to go on several cruises to the Caribbean, and frankly, I never thought I'd be able to do that, but that's all been paid for by the company. And probably one of the most exciting things, folks, that I can share with you today, because of the impending momentum and growth of our company, the top income earners with Zija International haven't even joined today. So over the next 5 to 6 years that the real growth of the company is going to take place, but the reason it's going to take place is we have that firm foundation of experienced corporate leadership, the right kinds of products that really work, and the right time. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do two things in closing. First, for those of you that are invited guests, I'm going to ask you to, as soon as you're off the phone here, get back with the person that invited you to be on this call. Get your questions answered. Make some decisions and get involved. All I can share with you is that if your Zija experience ends up being half as good as it's been to so many others, it could potentially be one of the greatest financial things that could happen in your life. And then secondly, for those of you that make that decision to get involved, we're ready and willing and able to provide you with all of the training and support necessary to help you achieve what your goals are. And that's going to commence Saturday morning. We're going to be hosting a very special Fast Start training call. That call is going to be on this same conference bridge. It's going to commence promptly at 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. That's 11 o'clock in the morning East Coast time. We're going to have one of our company's top trainers, a lady out of Washington State, Amy McKenzie. She's achieved the emerald position in our company's compensation plan, and what's most intriguing is Amy did that without any sales background, without any previous involvement in the network marketing industry. She's a single mom that is creating a full-time income to help support not only her, but her daughter as she goes through school. And so she has become recognized one of our top trainers. She will literally teach you exactly step-by-step how to launch your Zija business and develop your own personal success story following this simple, duplicatable system that we put into place. So with that, folks, I'm going to one last shout-out to my three guest speakers. Ladies, thank you for joining us this evening. Really appreciate you taking time to share your stories with our guests. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the lines now, folks. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to perhaps meeting you at one of our upcoming events throughout the country here over the next several weeks. And then certainly looking forward to seeing you all on the Saturday morning Fast Start training. Thanks for joining us. The lines are open. Thanks, Brian. Thank you.